Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders, I'm Roy, I Coach Destroy, and I'm here with Morty.
Coach of the War Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach of Calvinator.
Welcome, because today we are going to have a look at the Richmond Tigers, where, I'll tell you what,
The Wooden Spooners
the
were starting
Wooden
there.
Spooners, and I don't know if they'll be going anywhere, Cal. You are our resident Tiger
He's our
expert for the day.
bottom of the ladder team, Cal.
He's that guy.
So you start there.
He's that guy.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it. Now, look, Dog, they were, what were they, the 17th ranked team in scoring points.
They were.
That's terrible. And they were the number one team for getting points scored against.
That's why we love them.
Plenty of fantasy relevance there in
Plenty.
that.
Well, Calvin's captains, Roy, not going early.
Well, they actually had a fair bit of change in the off-season too. So
They did.
lost a few players at the trade table. So like Liam Baker went to West Coast, as did Jack Graham. We saw Shea Bolton. He also went over to the West Coast, but to Fremantle.
Different team
It was
over there, yeah.
Western Australia. But also Dusty retired. Rioli was traded.
Yep.
A bit went on there for him. So their ins, all kids.
Well,
Have you been having a look at the Croche Cow to see what's going on
Well, we'll
with
talk
the
about that later.
kids at the Richmond Tigers?
7 out of the top 30 picks they had in the draft. So there's plenty of options there for us.
I love what they did there, to be honest, because, those players going out are good, but, boy, crikey, the ones coming in must be elite.
Yeah, out of the players they lost 5 of their top 11 fantasy scorers from last year.
So what's it mean at the top then? Who is at the top of the
Well,
table
you know
for
who's at the
Richmond?
top. My boy, big Toby Nankervis.
Georgetown's finest.
He did it again.
He did.
He did it again. Another 100-plus average.
He's been good.
He has.
He has.
So-
Underrated, I'd say.
Yeah, but there's probably classic-wise.
Classic-wise, the only... No, we're not. The one we can talk about, though, is Timmy Ton.
So Tim Taranto's number
Taranto.
2 on the list
He
at
is.
980k.
Yep. So coming off that average of 112, slipped it to 96. Look...
Is that where he's at?
Well, no. He had. Well, I think so. So he had 145 in the last game. He's 20 points under.
Well, think about what he did at the start
I know.
of the year before. So he averaged 112, which I guess it's a true representation because it's an average.
Yeah.
But that first half was, 125
Phenomenal.
I think he went at? Or
Like,
whatever.
we all had to have him. He forced everyone's hand.
Yeah.
And captains were redundant.
They were. They were for half a year.
But then now we're saying, are we closer to what he is, that 95 to 100 guy, what he's done in the last 18 months, basically, season and a half?
Yeah, I can't see him getting 100.
Can't you?
No, I can't. So this year... sorry,
really?
Yeah, no. So he hit...
100?
He only got his average 3 times last year from the year before.
Did he?
3 times he got it in the last
Yeah,
game.
right.
I can't see him being... He's not going to be that 110 guy.
He's going to have a lot of responsibility.
And that's the thing.
Well, someone's got to score points.
They do.
They still don't. They might be 17th on the list. They'll probably be 18th next year.
I think they will be.
Will they?
Yep. So there you go. I just don't think there's much in him. I think he's 96 is where
fair.
he's at.
Yeah, right.
Right. So you're not picking him then?
No, I'm not.
Right, I thought he was actually shortlisted for me, but
No.
now that Calvinator,
He's
the
gotta be a
Richmond
watch
expert,
list, surely.
Richmond expert,
Look,
says no.
he'll make the record, and yes, he will be on the watch list.
You'll give him a photo in the record.
He's not getting a photo.
What?
No.
He has to.
No.
Someone that's been that good 2 years prior?
No.
So he's not.
He's not getting a photo.
Right. Well, it's actually pretty sad looking at their full list here in our little booklets that we've made up, boys. But,
Try writing about it. Yeah.
well, Hopper then is third on the list.
I know, and that's a
he's
concern.
got an 82.5 average.
Yep. That's a concern because he doesn't play the games.
No.
Look, they're in for a tough year, but I think in the future they are going to be very good. And it's for that reason of those kids coming in.
But there must be someone, Cal, that we are going to power up. Who is it going to be?
Jayden Short
Yeah.
is a little bit unders what he has done in the past. So these are averages leading into last year, 93, 97, 93. He's got an 81 next to his name. I'm wondering, with Dan Rioli out of the picture,
Yeah.
a few more marks,
Again, we said someone's got to
a
score
few
points.
more kick
Someone
ins,
has to.
all those little things down back.
The ball's going to be back there a lot.
Yes.
He's going to eat that up.
He's going to have to. So I think he's a guy that we could be looking to bump up our ranking in draft.
Yes.
And he's also a starting option, as we know, capable of being that 95 guy, priced at 80, so 81.
So he was the kick-in guy with Flostone.
Yeah.
So it's those two. Rioli had a few.
He had
but-
34.
Yeah.
So there's a few more up for grabs.
It was just Rioli stepped up in that rebounding defender role. So that's plenty
Can
of possessions.
Shorty do that?
I think so.
I think he can. And I think he has
Someone's
in the
going
past.
to need to.
Well,
You're
that's
exactly
it.
right.
And as you said, the ball will be down there a lot.
Any others that we think might
There's,
be?
listen, there's not much to talk about here, but it is getting dry as far as those guys go. But we need to talk about. Yes, now we're on. Right, now we're away. Right. Okay, 7 picks inside the top 30.
Yes.
Okay, so let's have a look at the names I don't feel are that relevant. So Houghton, he hurt his knee. He's number 12 pick.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's training at the moment. He's got some good scores in the Coates League, but let's cross him off because of the knee injury. I think he had it in May. Then we got Jonty Fall. Now he's a key forward. We've got Trainer, who's a key defender.
How's he going on the track?
Nah, no good. So we got Armstrong. Yeah, I got it.
You did good.
I did. A little late. Armstrong is a key forward, and Sims is a ruck forward who's going to replace Big Nank one day.
Right.
But the two at the top are the two we need to focus on, and that is Sam Lawler and Josh Smillie.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is with Lawler, so obviously through the Coates and the under-18s, he averaged 91 and 69. Few injuries and stuff through that. Didn't score like a lot of the other guys did around him. Seen some very impressive clips at training.
Yes.
Too. But the one I like the most...
So with Lawler, so number one pick, so he's at 340K.
340, and I think we need to pay that like we have in the past because I can't see him being a huge scorer here, especially...
years recently where we haven't picked
No.
the number one pick, isn't it?
Because he's going to play.
Yeah.
He will 100% play round one, so that's why we need to pick him.
Yes.
So I can't see him scoring massively like the rest of the team.
No.
But the fact he's playing is the reason we need him. The other guy here, so Smillie, is he a straight forward, dog? Smillie. Yes,
Smillie,
he's a straight mid, so 322.
Yeah.
Now, this guy's a beast. So he averaged 97 across the Coates Talent League from 12 games, 25 touches, 4 marks and 4 tackles.
Yeah.
He captained the All-Australian under-18 team in 2 VFL matches.
Yeah.
VFL. You know what that means?
Yeah, plays
Real
against
men.
men.
Bigger mans. And so in that, he averaged 24 touches across the 2 games.
Yeah, it's impressive.
So likened to, because he's a big dude, 194 centimetres.
Wow.
Guess who he's been likened to?
Cripper.
Yes. Tom Green.
Oh, lock him
All
in.
the other big man. So he's going to be awesome, and I think he will be a guy that we could even consider having on our field at 322.
Well, the thing is, I agree 100%, but it's like with these guys that get thrown into one of the bottom teams, it's hard yakka, but they're in there for the long haul.
That's
like,
it.
Harley Reid, he had to work for his points. Yeah. He wasn't given some, luxury of being thrown in an established midfield where he gets cheap ball. He had to go and find it. These guys will have to go and find it, but I think they're capable.
Yeah, agree. Agree. And they could, they could be starting in the guts because when you look at Richmond's midfield, there's Taranto and Hopper, right? And that's it. It's just those two. Last year, the next most used player, Thompson Dow, Prestia, Bolton, McAuliffe, and the list drops off. So then I got thinking, Roy, is there anyone else who could be stepping into the midfield? Because obviously these guys, these rookies will get a go in there.
Yeah.
But with Taranto and Hopper, the main two, who else are they going to use? Are they
Prestia's there if he's fit.
You would think so, but Prestia, Hopper, come on.
Yeah.
They're not going to be right.
No.
They never are.
Games played column doesn't look good for those players.
No, it doesn't. You'd think round one, those two will roll out in there.
Yeah.
But there's going to be plenty of opportunities,
So who's your
especially
tip
once
to be
one
in the
goes
guts then?
down.
Well, and there's the thing. Are they going to roll in with Thompson Dow again? He was the third banana last year. 57% of the CBAs.
When he played, wow.
I feel like he gets bumped automatically by those two.
So in games, he was in there more than 60%. He averaged a whopping 51. Well done, son. Great work.
Well, is he someone then that could be on the up?
Well, he could be.
Oh, come on.
I know.
We've been down this road a few times.
So then I looked at McAuliffe and I was like, well, this guy actually came in likened to Clayton Oliver. Okay, this is perfect for him in the time to step up.
He's cheap.
He's
under 400K.
He's very cheap. So he played 9 games last year, vested in 3, averaged 40 overall. He averaged 50 out of the vest. See, I need a better number than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pulling your stats out.
When
like
I
that.
researched that, I need to see more, and I didn't. So
But he's only first year.
he's a first year entrant, second year. So best 2 scores last year, 65-61. But no, there's none of these guys are going to step up. So if I'm running the club, which I basically am at the moment, it's Hopper Taranto, and you're throwing in the rookies to get the job done. They can't go any worse than what the other guys did.
No.
While you're talking rookies, there is that basement defender there, Josh Gibkes. We've got to monitor his
You do?
fitness.
Gibby?
But he's at 230k.
He
Played
is.
a couple of games, but played 17 2 years ago.
And let's face it, we always throw that spot.
Well, we do. I mean, you might as well throw it with him.
Surely. He's got talent.
He does. Now, the only other name to mention would be Tom Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Look,
he's cheap too.
Look, he's real cheap. So
Yeah.
he's 400.
He used to average 90.
he did.
He did 435 last year. He went at 41 from 4 games, so you obviously got a little bit of a discount. But no,
No,
we're not doing
you
that.
couldn't. No, but that is
But
cheap.
shout out to Tom. I know he's
100%.
listening.
100%.
There you go. Now
Wow.
listen.
You've
So
done
we've
it right
cut.
there, I
There you
reckon.
go. I'll tell you what. So it's an. Are you a yes or no on Taranto?
I'm watching with interest, but likely not to
You've
fall
crossed
there,
him off.
especially because I'm going to have a lot of Tigers kids.
Well, one of the positives about the Tigers is that they don't have an early bye this year, so
yes.
that helps in some of that work when we're thinking about it. They've got the round 14 bye, in fact. Whether that helps or not, but yeah, it's all about the kids, though, isn't it?
It is, and I reckon next year we'll definitely have those two in our team in round 1.
And for draft, like, is there much there that we're sort of really finding as value? Like, is it just a bit of a wait and watch? Like, it's a hard team to buy into to predict that they're going to be much better.
The only one that you could confidently say will be better would be Jayden Short.
Yep.
He's better than 81.
he is.
He is. So he's the only one that you could say better. Nankervis would rank, where would he rank with that 100 average, like number 5 in the
Yeah, he's
rucks?
sort of in that mix of that 5 or 6 sort of guy.
He backed up what he did the year before. So I think that's where he can be again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or a little bit under, maybe.
Jeez, it's tough, isn't it?
It is. It's a tough team.
Is anyone calling them the Richmond Cubs yet? Or
No.
can we trademark that?
We can
Because
trademark that.
They are of interest for that reason
They are.
and that reason only.
Yep.
But it's an
100%.
exciting reason.
It is.
It is. Well, that's Richmond, Calvinator. Congratulations. You got through them.
Thank
I
you.
quite
That's
enjoyed
good.
it.
Good article too on afl.com.au that you can be checking out on that. Now, head to fantasy.afl.com.au to start playing today and get your league set up for an all-new draft experience. That's at fantasydraft.afl.com.au. Hit that follow button wherever you listen to podcasts and leave a rating or review on Apple. Tap the 5 stars on Spotify. You can also comment on every episode there. And it might
nice.
be you tell us who you are picking from Richmond on this one.
Like, great work, Cal. Stuff like that.
Who are you picking from Richmond?
I'm telling you, I'm picking the two
kids.
rooks. Yeah, the kids. Lawler and Smiley.
Shorty's on the short list.
Shorty is on the short list.
Fair call.